What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Adam Kownacki. Adam Kownacki officially joins the redemption list, volume number 10. The reason why he joins this particular prestigious, infamous list is because of his last loss, okay? And it's not only because of the loss, there's more to it. Okay. Adam Kownacki was an undefeated fighter. He was 20-0 with 15 KOs, the same record that Ika Barabuchi had, right? Very impressive. You know, he was a fighter that was very, very busy. He was a volume puncher. He didn't have one knockout punch power, but he had punches, and he threw them in bunches, and he threw them in combinations, and then they accumulate. Therefore, they put a whooping on you. They hurt you over time, as Chris Arreola, as Charles Martin, and a lot of these fighters. Okay, and he had a very good record. He fought Charles Martin, Prince Charles Martin, beat him, Gerald Washington, Chris Arreola, and Dominique Brazil, which is also on the redemption list, that came in at volume 9, called him out. Well, he thought it would be easier to fight Robert Helenius. Robert Helenius, okay, was stopped by Gerald Washington. Gerald Washington, okay, he had already beat Gerald Washington. He knocked him out in 2 rounds, okay? So he thought, hey, let me take the easy route out, easy way out. I'm going to take the easy way, and I'm going to leave that Dominic Brazil fight down to the wayside, which would have been an action-packed fight. Now, a lot of people gave him flack about that because he's like, okay, why would you fight Helenius? You already fought. You're fighting a guy that was beat by a guy that you already fought. Why would you fighting him? Because he wanted to take the easy route. That's why he's on the redemption list right there, okay? Because at all these times, Spilka, Martin, Washington, Arreola, all these fights that he was starting to really make a name for himself, okay? He wanted to be the next best Polish fighter since Galata, okay? But he decides, I'm going to take on Robert Helenius instead, okay? And Robert Helenius, is no slouch, okay? He only has 3 losses. He doesn't have a great record, but it's not terrible. He lost to Dillian White. He lost to Joe Dunapas, right? And he lost to Gerald Washington. And I know what they did. Kownacki's team looked at that fight and said, okay, Brazil, Kownacki. Brazil got to go. Too tough, good chin, good punching power, slow, but maybe he can take punches. Adam Kownacki reneged. He decided to cherry pick Robert Helenius, but karma's a mother sucker, people, okay? He gets knocked out in the 4th round by Helenius. Helenius really puts it to him, okay? Now, had he lost to someone like Dominic Brazil, it wouldn't have been as bad. Why? Because Dominic Brazil is on the level, okay? He's on the level. And it's one of those situations where Adam Kownacki, instead of fighting the best possible fighter, he fought the fighter that he thought would be best for him beating, which is bad, which is very bad, okay? Now he has to start over from jump and go back to the drawing board because now he has to prove that, first of all, he wants a rematch with Robert Helenius, but why would Robert Helenius now give him a rematch? He didn't want to give Charles Martin one, okay? He didn't want to even give Dominic Brazil a opportunity, right? So this is where we're at. He's on the redemption list because of that. Again, he only has 1 loss, but Robert Helenius has 3 losses, and you have to be careful on what you decide to do. I think he was trying to put Robert Helenius out of there because he was looking at it like, hey, Gerald Washington knocked this guy out. Gerald Washington can't stop me, okay? So I'm going to come in here and bulldoze this guy and berate him with punches, with combination of punches. I'm going to overwhelm him with punches. And that's what he thought, and he got caught. Okay? He got caught coming in, right? like a locomotive is running dead into with a Mack truck. Boom! That was his face. Okay? And you could tell he was severely hurt. His wife was just like, she couldn't even watch it no more after he went down the second time. You know, they just had a kid, you know, and it was very heartbreaking to see that. You know, it kind of put you in a scene of Rocky. You know, she was like Adrian in retrospect, right? The new modern day Adrian. They just couldn't see it. No. Right? But then again, that's what happens when you fight different opponents. And that's what happens when you're running from one threat. You soon to run into another. Okay? But he officially joins the redemption list. He will be there until further notice, until he can get himself off that list. You guys tell me how he can do so. Leave your comments below. Please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.